So now we are going to install packing. This is called barrel packing or block packing. I have cleaned the block also. I have removed old packing by using my tool. Nice, clean and shiny. Bore is also perfect. Everything is clean. Bike is not clean because, as I said before, the stand is broken, so I couldn't wash the bike. So I tried my best to clean the material from outside also. While inserting this block, always make sure that there is enough oil on the bore surface, because to slide the piston properly, first we will install this block packing. Generally, all the mechanics I have seen, they use some 3-bond or some adhesive kind of RTV or something they use. I suggest don't do that, because when you use this adhesive, it also sticks to this surface and block surface while removing, the block, just in case if there is any problem in future. So by using adhesive, you make sure that there will be no leakage, but the problem, because of adhesive, it sticks to both the surfaces, and while removing the block in future, it gives you trouble. Also, some of the holes get closed, like this one. This hole is given for oil, which is coming from oil pump side. This has got a pressure, right? If the adhesive comes in between this surface, and when you install the block, it sandwiches and it closes the hole. So after that, oil gets this one, uh, the oil path comes under obstacle. So no oil to head side. It's better to use grease or the dry. I use grease, so it creates a lot of vacuum while fitment and after fitment also. So I use grease. I just use thin layer of grease on both the surfaces, and then I install generally. Then we will be installing studs. Studs are basically very long in length. If you look at the stud length, so sometimes while inserting, if you insert this stud first, then sometimes what happens that the block packing may get break because of the stud length, because these studs are little bit sometimes bent, so you cannot insert it properly. So best practice is put the gasket first and then thread the stud. So we have installed the block packing as well as studs. Clean the studs before installation. Clean all the threads. I have kept 2 screwdrivers underneath to make sure the piston should not go down while inserting the block. Piston rings has to be installed as per the company recommendation. You can check the workshop manual. You can see the piston ring position, the inlet. The upper one has to be towards exhaust side. I mean the opening of the first ring is to be towards exhaust side. Now this is the exact position. How to recognize first ring, second ring and oil rings? Total oil rings are total 3, as you can see in the figure. The first ring has got marking, that is 1P, 1P1. Second has got 1P2. This is the second ring. It is printed on the ring. The ring surface, I mean the first ring has to be installed such a way that one piece should come to the top side. In the company, while installation of this block piston kit on the engine, they first insert the piston inside the block and then they assemble the gudgeon pin. But here on site we cannot do that. There are so many different styles and companies that we cannot use. So now we are going to install the block. Make sure all the rings are in proper direction as per the company. Before insertion of the block, make sure the block has got enough of lubrication from inner side. So this is how we have installed the block kit, and so the piston. Exhaust side mark. To check whether the oil hole is clogged or not, you can use air pressure, but make sure the pressure is just low, because if you use high pressure then it might damage your not damage I should say, but whatever the oil is there inside the hydraulic tap head might come out. I'm just going to feel the air. Yeah, air is coming. That means oil hole is absolutely clear. We will be installing this head later on because the head has got some problem. The valves are basically leaking. So we will be installing that later on after lapping job. Don't forget to change the oil pump O-ring. I hope you can see all the things are clearly. While inserting this block on the piston, the block has got chamfer. This chamfer, it is given for piston rings. What happens when the piston goes inside? At that time the ring gets compressed because of this chamfer. It compresses inside and then it goes. If there is no chamfer, the ring will not go inside properly. Now in the company what they do, they install the piston first inside the block and then they install this block on the con rod. But I cannot use that trick because I am having fear of changing the direction of the piston rings because of the rotation. Because the studs has to be in perfect place. If I lose, if the stud position gets changed, then I will have to rotate the piston, the block kit. If I rotate, then the rings will stay as it is, but the direction will change. So I cannot do that. I don't have that kind of a practice. This is how we have installed the block. After completion of job, it's better to cover up so nothing will go inside. Here we are done. Now we are going to work on the head. In last video I have shown that there is a leakage in the valve. So I will have to remove all the spares from this head, including this dowel pins, then valve, springs, everything. Make sure when you are installing the valves, reassembling the valves, that you are changing the stem cells which are inside the spring. I have removed the valves, so the springs and the assembly. Yet to remove some spares, then it will go for lapping procedure. To remove the valves, you have to have special tool that is called valve spring compressor. If you don't have that, mine is broken, so I use C clamp. But for that, I use this extractor in which valve stem exactly come in between. Otherwise, you will bend the valve. This is a broken basically part from the old valve spring compressor. The spring and stem lock. The stem lock basically locks the valve. The valve has got groove. Now what is the problem in the head? I'll show you. These are stem cells. Change it whenever you open the head for overhauling. Lot of carbon deposition on the seat face, and so on the valve. This was causing me low compression. The total air fill mixture, when it is to compress, is to leak also from this exhaust valve and so from the inlet valve. Exhaust is always smaller than inlet. This is the exhaust valve and this is inlet valve. This is inlet valve. So this will go for lapping procedure. In lapping procedure, we'll be cleaning whole the stem, we'll be removing all the carbon deposits from both the valves and then from the seat. For lapping, you need to have lapping paste. You need to have special tool for that also. These are the special tools for lapping procedure. This tool based on vacuum, and this is lapping paste. Lapping paste has got it comes in two different grades. This is coarse, as you can see. This is coarse and this is fine. So you have to use first coarse to remove all the carbon deposition from the seat, and then fine to make fine grade this one lapping paste for to make or to ensure fine surface. You have to choose this lapping tool based on your valve size. This won't stick. This won't stick. The tool is based on totally vacuum. This won't stick because of the carbon deposition, so the surface is abnormal. So the vacuum won't be created by this tool. So we will have to clean this carbon first and then we will have to use this tool. This sticks to valve and then you have to rotate like this. You have to keep on rotating all the time until